Hey guys, this is Christ59, aka Mark. I'm back temporarily. I took care of some stuff yesterday and this morning, so that kind of eased off a lot of the pressure I was going through with some stuff, and family drama was taken care of, so I can come back on a kind of part time basis. Still going through some stuff, but nothing as more trivial as it was 24 hours ago, so it's good. A lot of problems got taken care of, obviously. It doesn't mean it can't rear its ugly head again, but you know how it goes. It's life. Your family is life, right? Unless you're the last person in your family, living, you have no idea. You have no idea what peace is half the time, because it's a constant struggle finding peace when you have family drama constantly all around you. But no, a lot of you guys do that too, as well as I do. So I kind of wish we didn't have to deal with this, but we do. But today's video is about something I've been talking about for a while, though. On and off for the last couple years. It's gonna be like a 10-minute video, guys, maybe 5-10 minute video. So I'm kind of shrinking the videos down a little bit, so they're easier to digest, but also easy for me to make. So I'm not doing 40, 25, 40-minute videos anymore because it just takes too much time. But it's mostly what's been bugging me is the fact digital media versus physical media. We've had this topic before where games now are not fully on game disc anymore, or e-disc for Nintendo Switch 2 owners. You guys know what I'm talking about. Most of the games not on there, except CD Projekt Red said they're going to put their Cyberpunk 2077 on the 64 gigabyte card for the Switch 2, and they have. But it got me thinking, though, if physical media is no more than just a key card or unlock disc to unlock the game, you have to download anyway. What is the point of downloading said game or buying the game at GameStop, for example, or Walmart, or whatever you buy your games at, new games anyway, if you're going to be downloading them anyway? Would it be easier just to download it completely 100%? That could be, but here's also the kicker too, though. I remember back in the day when I was a kid, the games came on a game pack, NES, whatever, Super NES, 64, PlayStation. The game was actually on the disc or in the cartridge. You had to download from the cloud access to it. But it seems like nowadays a lot of games now are going towards this. Yes, it's physical, but it's only a unlocking feature to unlock the game. You have to download it. It's more like a license key. Okay, we're gonna offer you guys a license key. You put the disc in, it spins, it unlocks the game, you play it. But your disc drive's still spinning, but even though there's nothing on the disc, except maybe 10%, and it could be maybe the update for it or whatever the 20% is on that damn disc or e-card or whatever. And then it got me thinking though about that, wondering, is it better just to buy the game digitally? And I'm a PC gamer. I'm Steam. Most of you guys are PC gamers too, so we understand the whole Steam thing. No, it's a license agreement. You buy part of a license so you can play the license. I never heard anybody, hey, I'm going to play this licensed version of Cyberpunk or this licensed version of Helldivers 2. We don't say that. We say, hey, I'm going to play Cyberpunk. I'm going to play some Helldivers 2. We don't say the license agreement version because it's kind of silly. But if disc-based games are no longer featuring a whole game and that server goes offline for that game, Do you still own the game? Could you access the game? Let's say you deleted it from your SSD off your console, but you own the physical copy of the disc. But you gotta download the game. Will the game still download? Or say the game no longer available, and the disc becomes useless. Because now you can't trade it in, you can't sell it to anybody. It's a glorified coaster. That's the thing I'm kind of wondering about. Is how does that make sense? How does that work for people who want to buy a physical media? Physical games. If the game is no more than 20% on disc, and the rest of it is actually archived in the cloud somewhere, instead getting a company goes out of business and no one buys up that right to that game, and you download it but you delete it for room, do you still own that game even though you have the physical copy? That is literally a catch-22 right there. So I think people who are fighting for physical media need to pay attention to what we're fighting for. Because 2013 we fought against the DRM, and now we're slowly allowing them to erase games off our disc and give us only glorified installation unlock key cards to play said game. And that's really kind of a weird situation if you think about it. We're allowing ourselves to be hoodwinked into believing that these companies care. Listen, I'm all for companies making all the money they can. Okay, I'm all for the companies, making all the money they can make. I'm not against that. Okay, I'm not against the companies, making all the money they can. I'm all for that. But what I'm against is having to sit here and listen to people tell me how physical games are the best way to play them, but yet we don't own the actual physical game because about 80% of it is on a cloud somewhere, server that you have to download. And what happens if you delete that download and that company goes out of business, or the game is online no longer supported? Can you re-download the game to play a single player game, or use shit out of luck? That's the thing, and I'm trying to get myself to get an answer to, and no one really could give me an answer because nobody already knows. Because we allow ourselves, guys, that we allowed this. All gamers allowed this to happen. We allowed the company to come in and say, okay, well, we can't DRM you, but we're going to make sure we take about 80% of the game away and put it online and give you a glorified installation key card unlock card to unlock the game, where now you have to download it anyway, regardless if you want to or not. So it's kind of silly to me, so... Well, what do you guys think? Do you guys think physical media is physical, or do you think it gone the way of the dodo? Comment down below, and I'll make another video, guys, probably next week. No, I may do 2 a week, just to keep myself active. But like I said, I'm going through things. They're not terrible, but I appreciate you guys' prayers and thoughts. Thank you guys for asking questions. I appreciate it. See you guys later. Peace out. God bless.